dad, Joel Bittick. Joel, in which war did you serve?
I served in the second phase of Desert Storm.
What branch of military did you serve in?
The United States Air Force.
Were you drafted or did you just sign up?
I served and was commissioned officer in the Air Force after college.
Very interesting. What was your rank?
I started out as a second lieutenant after I was commissioned and left the service as a captain.
What job did you have?
I worked in missile launch operations, which essentially means I worked with nuclear weapons for 4 years.
Where were you stationed and how long did you serve?
I was stationed in 2 locations. I was stationed at Vandenberg Air Force Base in Lompoc, California for 4 months, and then I moved to my active duty station in Cheyenne, Wyoming at Francis E. Warren Air Force Base.
What is your definition of patriotism?
Oh, a great question. Patriotism is really the idea that a trust in a set of beliefs embodied by your country.
What personal stories or experiences can you share that happened to you or someone close to you?
I really don't have a good answer for that one.
That's fine. How has serving in this war changed your life?
Oh, I think I'll talk about serving in the military. I think serving in the military provided a lot of great skills and background for me in terms of discipline, in terms of doing the right thing, in terms of really learning to serve and think beyond yourself. Those are some great things the military provides.
Do you think that Hollywood portrays war accurately? If not, what are your concerns?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think there's certainly some movies that do portray it accurately. I think of a movie like Saving Private Ryan, which you guys aren't supposed to be watching yet, but that is a rated R movie. But I think that gives a very accurate depiction of World War II and Storming the Beach at Normandy. I think there are a lot of other movies that all depends on the director that may over-glamorize or intentionally put in too much violence just for the sake of violence in movies. So I think it's kind of a mixed bag.
What do you want 8th grade students to understand about the war?
Oh, I think if the question is really about war in general, war is never a pretty thing. We should try to avoid war at all costs, and really war only happens when negotiations for peace break down, when there's not a reason to continue to kind of seek peace, and unfortunately that does happen. I certainly would promote the concept of looking for those opportunities for peace and avoiding war at all costs, but unfortunately there are sometimes viewpoints in the world and people who don't believe in that and believe that sometimes taking of land or propagating an idea is more important than peace.
What is your opinion about the Iraqi war, and do you think President Bush made the right decision?
So my hope and prayer is that the Iraqi war, about what happened there, not necessarily in terms of what drove us in. I think we can all look on that in hindsight and wonder if we made the right decision on that end because of what we thought we were going in for didn't turn out to be true. On the same hand, I hope that since we've invested the effort in lives, etc., that we see a shift in the way the world thinks in that area of the Middle East, and that we see democracy and peace begin to reign longer term there.